Hello there, happy humans. Jenny Craig Brown here. We are here for another fun, exciting episode of Great News Weekly with GreatNews.Life. So tell me what's good in your life. Tune in. Fill me in on all the great things happening. Tell me what you've been doing this week. Hi, Courtney. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to let you guys come in a little bit. I don't have any good anecdotes this week. I need like a good story. I've been really busy. We've been really busy. You guys have blown us out of the water with the amount of awesome news that you have sent us in the last couple weeks. It makes me realize how blessed we are every day that we get to do this cool thing called exclusively positive news with you. So I really appreciate, all that you guys have done, whether it be on the, giving side, the frontline care side. It is awesome. Hi, Kellen. Oh, Courtney said, I have been campaigning this week for my Porter County Circuit Court judge. Good job. Get involved with your community. That's awesome. I can't imagine all that comes with that. That's a big responsibility. So good job to you. I appreciate that. So as we kick it off, it seems like we've got quite a few people coming in right now. Can you hear me okay? Give me some feedback. It sounds like Chris said there's a little static. That's a weird thing. Let me try one thing, guys. Let me just try this one thing. How's that sound? Is that any better? Can you hear me okay? I hope so. So as you guys come in, if you haven't been, okay, it cleared up. Sounds good. You guys are helping me. Thank you. Okay, so if you haven't been before, you guys might not know, but I will ask you now for your lifelines. Lifelines are, Chris, that panda story, we get it. We know. Lifelines are your kind of one-liner positive news. So tell me in the comments below how you're doing and what's positive in your world. So send me a lifeline during the show. Hopefully I'll read them. It can be just a little thing that you did, experienced, saw, something that is super happy in your life. Tell me about them. That's what we call a lifeline, and we want you to give us yours, okay? So send those in. I'll try to read them as we go. I am going to kick it off here with Northwest Indiana Life. So if you pop over the Northwest Indiana Life page, and you've probably seen tons of these, but they are so incredible. Stacy Kellogg and Kellen Vale from our team captured the First Responders Honor Franciscan Health, both Hammond and Crown Point this week. So it was actually, I think, late last week, early this week. It was so incredible. They both did videos. Mayor Uran was there in Crown Point to do an address to the crews. These videos, guys, get ready. It is going to bring tears to your eyes. It did to me. I'm not the most sensitive human being, but this will get you. I'm telling you. It is amazing. So basically, all the first responders came almost creating a parade to Franciscan Health Hammond and Crown Point, just thanking the healthcare workers that are on the front line every day. And like I said, the videos that are both on Northwest Indiana Life, there's one for each, and they are incredible and beautiful. And I love Kellen and Stacy both for creating them and just making such a beautiful piece for such a beautiful thing. So thank you guys. Thank you again. I think we've said it. I've said it. We've all said it. The first responders, the frontline workers, we can't thank them enough. They're putting themselves, whether it's senior care, healthcare, first responders, firefighters, police, you guys are putting yourself on that front line every day, and we are so thankful for you. Even postal workers, I think we mentioned before, there's delivery driver, everybody that's out there, thank you for allowing us to be safe in our homes and for those that need it to get the care. So I'm super happy that's on Northwest Indiana Life. You can check it out. First Responders Honor Franciscan Health. Love it. Let's pop over. This one's a little bit of a long read, so I'm ready. Let's pop over to Valpo.Life. sorry, I think I popped out there. One team, one boat, the story of the 2019-2020 Valpo men's basketball season. So this is an article from, as you guessed it, VU. So Valpo University, I don't follow sports. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to candy coat it. But this article is amazing. So the VU basketball men's team did really great. Their 2019-2020 season. I know there was probably some ups and downs with all the COVID popping in towards the end, but they did amazing. And this article that VU created, I think it was from Brandon Vickery, but I don't know that, so don't quote me, but he's an amazing VU writer with their team. And this article is incredible. So it's all about this one team, one boat, which is basically became the season's motto for VU, and they used this because they went up on a trip to Canada and went whitewater rafting, and while in the boat they basically said, you know, that was their kind of motto, I guess, for lack of a better term, or their mantra maybe, this one team, one boat, one team, one boat. So that became their season motto, and they're really pushing this awesome premise of the team over me. And I love it. They have some really great quotes in here is about the concept of, they say the concept of unity expressed through the words one team, one boat, which sets the stage for the program's rise and their success all through, if there's someone on the team that's not buying into the culture, they're not going to be here. And that creates this team that's fully into the culture and super proud to be a team member. And I think that is the key to any team's success, and they have seen this through the VU men's basketball. So like I said, it's a long read, but it is such a good article. I would suggest everybody go to Valpo.Life and check out the one team, one boat article from Valpo University. It's really, really good. Let's see, do I have any good news? Let me try to check you guys out here. Yes, Kellen says, hey, that's me. Loved covering the tribute from the frontline workers. It made my heart so full. Kellen is so amazing. She's a team member of ours. She's as well as a college student, as well as everything. She's a runner, and it was so exciting to see her excitement for the first responders, Franciscan health stuff. She was so excited to be there, which is really, really, really great. And I'm appreciative that you love being out there. Same with Stacy. And Stacy said the same, actually. She said this coverage of the Franciscan health first responders was my lifeline this week. I bet. It's so amazing. Naftali said thank you as well. Cami said Valpo University is such an inspiring story. I know, it's so beautiful. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Like I said, I think it was Brandon. Shout out Brandon Vickery. He writes for VU. And he's a team member with the VU team, and he was a previous lifer. So he's an amazing human being, has taught us a ton. Thank you so much. Okay, send me your lifelines if you haven't. I want to hear them. Tell me what your good news is this week. Sandra Schaefer said her good news is that she's still selling houses. That's a realm that maybe we haven't thought about either, is the real estate realm's probably pretty hard. If you're a real estate agent, like Sandra is, tell me what you're experiencing right now. Is it highs? Is it lows? Is it tough? Is it easy? And how are you staying safe? I know I had seen Sandra's social media that she's, got gloves and masks and glasses and all that stuff if she does need to do any showings. I think there's some cool tech out there happening right now too, where people are doing, I've seen online, kind of videos walking through the home so that you can get a grasp before you go in the house that maybe that showing can be stage 4 instead of stage 2. So that's really impressive too. Let's pop over to Portage.Life, but this is kind of a shout out to all of the life sites. So if you pop over to any site, but we'll go to Portage.Life this week. If you go to Portage.Life and you pop up to the top, it's get your COVID-19 updates here. So I think everybody's seen this a ton on almost every website, right? So you see this little banner that says, here's our COVID update. On news sites, you'll see the same COVID updates here. So Tony Ketchum is our IT and programmer guy here on our team with Xavier, and they built this incredible landing page on our websites for all of you to keep up to date on COVID. So if you think about what you're going to read in regular news on COVID, as you know, that ain't here. So we will give you some educational things, but we're also going to give you some of those really positive stories. So if you go to our COVID-19 section on our site, you're going to see a ton of awesome stuff. All of those first responder stories, all of those, this is where you'll find that story of the gentleman who was the first recovered patient to leave Methodist. This is where you're going to find there's a really good one actually I wanted to mention too actually. In the COVID page, there's one about the health effects of stress, and that's from Porter Regional Hospital. So what a cool article, and they're right. Right now, we're all a little stressed, and that affects our bodies as a whole. So to keep healthy, we've got to try to minimize that stress, and it kind of explains that human survival kind of instinct that we go into in situations like this. So that's a really good read. There's also another one from Macaulay Real Estate that it's the agents helping those in need during COVID-19. Like I said, if you guys are listening and you have some really good input as a real estate agent as to what you're dealing with, I'd love to hear it. But it sounds like Macaulay is really donating their time and efforts and probably dollars to help during this as well. So that's fantastic. I love to hear that. So check it out. The COVID-19 update page on all of our websites is fantastic. You'll see the bar right at the top of the page of any of our pages, and that will direct you to all this really great stuff that we're seeing. But you'll get some information, you'll get some education. Don't worry, it's not just all sunshine and butterflies, but pretty much. Let's see, do we have some more stories? Oh my gosh, you guys are flooding in. I love it. Okay. Curtis Hankins says, another healthcare worker thing this morning, Latitude Commercial. Oh yeah, Latitude Commercial, Tavern on Main, Craft Bar and Eatery, and law offices of Mosley and Martinez LLC. That was a mouthful. Thank you. Donated over 600 Chemshaw 13 donuts to Franciscan, trying to read all of this, Franciscan Health Crown Point. So Curtis, I think, was on the scene for that and got to witness, and it sounds like it was a pretty good turnout. So, the Latitude team got together with these other groups and said, let's make some people's day. These guys are working all types of hours, and so they donated these donuts, which I'm hearing Chemshaw donuts are like, fill me in, guys. Do you know about them? I haven't had them, but I hear it's like top notch. So thank you, Curtis, for that one. That's a really good one. I saw some others. Let me see if I can go through here. All right. Haley Alexander said, I was going to say my lifeline this week was the fact that my family is mainly still available to work. That's amazing. My mom is a real estate agent too, and she's been able to make those virtual make those virtual tours for people. Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Make virtual tours for people pretty fun despite the circumstances. That's a really great point. She's making the best of it and probably learning a new tool, which is fantastic for future, and trying to stay as positive as possible, which, as we know, is the way to be. Xavier Cologne said, I wanted to say that my lifeline for this week is that my parents still have the motivation to keep on working, not only during their jobs, but home as well. We've been working on a ton of projects. I saw that too. Xavier and his family are doing really cool, like family, update projects at their house, which is another good idea. I think that's something I've seen a lot. I live a little bit in a more rural area that people around us are doing too, is they're getting some stuff done at their house. They're utilizing this time to improve their area, which is really cool to see. So I love that. Send us pictures. I want to see all your guys' cool stuff that you're doing at your house. Xavier also said, I want to shout out Fluid Coffee for being able to feed my coffee addiction during this time. Yes. Like I said, I live a little more rural, so I'm doing that coffee at home. I have an espresso machine, that I didn't really use a lot before. So I'm trying to feel that out and learn a little bit, but you're right. Fluid, great coffee. I know Chris, our CEO, has been able to get back to Blackbird, which is another really great place. Like, these people are keeping us with our little fun things that we like to treat ourselves with. So you're so right. Let's see. Stephanie Swearington said, I'm loving the active how active Portage High School has been in making sure their students are taken care of with the food drives. Yes, and making sure the spring sports are recognized. Agreed. Kelsey Costello said their donuts are delicious. Thank you for telling me. Definitely head there to their shop when they are open normally again, because they're super cool inside. Okay, I didn't know that either, so that's awesome, because I think it's a comic shop as well, which is really cool. Let's see. Yeah, Blackbird for curbside assistance. Great call, Stacy. That's a good one. I think that's all I've got so far. Send them in, guys. I want to hear your good news. I'm excited to hear what you've got, what you're doing, what restaurant made you happy. What's making you happy at home? Kellen Vale said, one of my lifelines this week, I saw a man pull over and stop traffic to help a turtle cross the road safely. I freaking love turtles, so this has just made me so happy. Yes! Shout out to that man. I don't know if he's watching. Maybe he is, Kellen. Maybe he's watching and he saved a turtle's life and we're giving him all the shout outs of the world. That's amazing. Cammie said, my lifeline is looking forward to some Fiddlehead this weekend. Yes. Fiddlehead is one of my favorites, and they are rocking their carryout. I know, I'm certain that's tough and it's really busy, but they are doing it, so go you. Let's pop over to LaPorte.Life. This is a really awesome one. So it's Compress Air offers LaPorte High School students unique learning opportunities. So if you don't know about Compress Air is a LaPorte-based company that basically they are your kind of primary provider of compressed air services and products. I've learned a lot more about compressed air in the last year, and I love them. They're a really awesome company who employs a lot of the community, but they also give back to the community a ton. And one of the ways that they stay kind of intertwined within their community is this building trades class. They're part of this building trades class with the LaPorte High School students. So check this article out. It's by Kayla Bellick from our team. Thank you. This is a really great one. And it basically talks to, Kayla did really great at getting a little bit of input from everybody. So it talks to Maverick, who's the warehouse manager at Compress Air. And he talks a lot about, this isn't just a good opportunity for LaPorte High School students. It's a good opportunity for us. And, the projects that they're working on, students learn carpentry, masonry, roofing, siding, plumbing, electrical, and other skills of the construction trades. And then they also receive 3 credits per semester from Ivy Tech Community College. So they're getting college credit, they're learning all these things. And, as we see time and time again, college isn't for everybody, especially directly after high school. And these guys are training students at LaPorte High School to have these awesome skilled trades the day they graduate. And that opens up so many more opportunities for them. It's fantastic to see. I'm really excited about it. So thank you, Compress Air, for allowing them. The input from the students in the article is amazing too. Like, the students not only love Compress Air as a company, but talk a lot about how much they're learning. They say Compress Air and this building trades program are, bar none the best. So I think that is 100% true and real. So I love to see that. I see some more popping in here. Let's read. So Sandra Schaefer said drive-in closings and strict measures during showing. So keeping that distance, as she's a real estate agent, so she's kind of filling us in. Beth Ireland said, my lifeline this week has been Instacart and other grocery services that have saved me from going into stores and staying safe. That's a great point. Virtually raise your hand if you are a grocery orderer. I am. Strachan Van Til uses Instacart. Aldi uses Instacart. If you have never tried it, I got a coupon code for you too. But I think it is really, if you're right, like, you can go to Instacart and order things. You can go to Strachan Van Til and you can order pickup or delivery from them, and several other groups in Valparaiso do that. So I think you're right. It's such a good way to stay safe. If you don't have to go in, don't go in. It might cost you an extra $3 or $4. It's literally very, very affordable, and you can stay safe. That's a great point, Beth. Thank you for that. I agree 100%. Haley Alexander is looking forward to some Lemon Tree in Chesterton. I haven't been there for a long time, but I love that place. Good call. Let's see. Okay, so we've got Heather Alexander on. She's a real estate agent as well. And she said, it's still a seller's market. We're making sure if we show houses in person, we all wear masks. Sellers leave all doors open, lights on, and booties for the shoes, as well as having hand sanitizer or gloves at the door. So buyers can still look here in Indiana if sellers are okay with that. That's actually, otherwise there are virtual tours as well. That's great input too. You and Sandra are really helping us kind of understand this. So thank you for that dialogue. This is the stuff we got to do right now, and that's okay. We can get around it. Sergio Valdez Jr. says, it's good to hear how people work in the healthcare industry are still keeping a high morale and motivation during these times. They are the kind of people this world needs. You're so right. I'd love to hear from anybody that's on the front lines. Comment here, even if it's later, we can always pull them for next week. I'd love to hear, you know, your guys' experiences on the positive side. What are you seeing? What was your favorite kind of drive-by donation, or, you know, what are other companies kind of providing for you that you really enjoyed? If there's anything that those frontline workers see day to day that they're saying, oh my gosh, I wish everyone knew this, and then it would help us, let us know. We can hopefully kind of tell our viewers that as well. Julia Dennis said, my lifeline this week has been my local coffee shop, the Coffee Cabin. I have seen those. I take my Great Dane Hendrix there through the drive-through when we both need a midday pick-me-up. Support local. Agreed. That's amazing. I've seen those. I haven't been to one yet, but they're super cute. There's a new one in Valparaiso too. Everyone's loving Fiddlehead on here. And Fluid. Compress Air Love. NWI Masks for Healthcare Workers has donated over, Judy Nagy, sorry if I mispronounced that. NWI Masks for Healthcare Workers has donated over 16,000 masks. Oh my gosh, I'm proud to be a mask maker. Go to their Facebook page to join this wonderful group. We will. Judy, that's incredible. Holy moly, that's so many masks. Great job. You should be proud to be part of that. P. Mary Novak, hello, first time on here. Hi. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching us. We appreciate you so much. Come back every week. We're here at noon, hanging out with you, having some fun with my bookshelves. Eventually it'll be a studio, you know, whatever, we'll make it work. Kayla Bellick said, my lifeline is being able to connect with people virtually and tell their stories. Living with a very ill, immunocompromised parent has made this time extremely stressful for me, but I've had so many unique opportunities to talk with people who are experiencing similar things or appreciating the things they've taken for granted. Agreed. That's another good one, is what have you taken for granted for a while now that you're kind of realizing now that you did take for granted? You know, mine is time at home with my husband. We're both home. I'm working, and he's really great about respecting that and doing his own thing in the day. But just, I'm home at 5:30. I'm done with work by 5:30 or 6, and we're making dinner together, and we're hanging out, and we're using our deck, and we're, you know, so I think, Kayla, that's a really, really great point. We're all doing different things, and it kind of makes you appreciate what you do have that maybe you overlooked a lot. And I love that. I think that's a great point. And this story I wrote is a perfect example. Yes, you're so right, Kayla. Love chatting with a Port High School teacher. Yes, exactly. That compressed air article that Kayla wrote, she's right. It's an exact example of what she's talking about. Rick Gosser said, good news. Oh, he's got a lifeline. I'm skin cancer free. I had surgery 3 weeks ago to get it all out of my body. My entire family is still working and are all healthy. I'm constantly filling up the community food pantry boxes. Very, very good. In Crown Point, and giving away my blood to blood banks for people in need. Go give your blood. It's amazing how it makes you feel. Good job, Rick. Rick's a long-term supporter of the life sites, of the positivity, of the good news, and just of the community support. So I appreciate your input and that you're watching. Thank you so much. Stacy said, shout out to Streck and Van Tills. They're spotless. Their stores are spotless. Staff is friendly, and they have Instacart if you don't want to go in. So they have Instacart delivery, which is what I utilize, or Instacart pickup, so you can just pull up, and it's amazing, and they're fast and they're organized and it's clean, and I love it. Chris Malman said Island Nutrition. Shout out, Scott. 219 has some cool cups from Valparaiso Vikings Quarterback Club for their smoothies this week. Ooh, I didn't know that. Okay, so Valparaiso Vikings Quarterback Club, someone tagged them in this, so they've got, you know, a shout out in Island Nutrition 219. If you don't know where that is, it's kind of across the street from Strax, over by, I think that's Riberty's Liquor Store, Subway, all of those. It's right in that line. They have awesome, healthy options for food, for drinks, for nutrients, supplements, all the good stuff. Love them. They're amazing. Oh, Miss Novak said they added a coffee cabin stand in the East Chicago South Shore train station. Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Stacy Kellogg said, I'm not crying, you're crying, Kayla. Right? I'm telling you. Kelsey Costello said, my lifeline is having the opportunity to share all the great news via social media that our GreatNews.Life writers are producing. Thank you. That is perfect. You are so 100% right. Agreed. Okay, so I feel like I've been reading and talking to you guys forever. I've got a couple things. Chris Malman said, Harley Davidson, a Valparaiso pizza giveaway was awesome. Agreed. People being genuinely thankful. I totally agree. That was beautiful to see. Same thing. That was something we mentioned last week that we got to see on Saturday, and it was awesome. You guys are just filling my heart full. Couple fun things I wanted to talk about that are happening kind of later this week and early this weekend so that you guys can have some stuff. The VNA Groovy Stroll for Hospice is Sunday, May 3rd from 9 to 9. And there, if you go to our sites, there's a link for you to register. They're still doing it, just in a virtual manner. It says you can walk by yourself or 6 feet from your teammates, but you're definitely not walking alone, and they are not kidding there. That's an amazing group. Thank you guys. VNA of Northwest Indiana is, VNA Hospice Program is what it goes to, is the funds go to, and they're an amazing, amazing group. So if you have not, go sign up and get out there. Get your steps in for the day and give to a good cause. Crazy Legs Race Series, I mentioned last week, that race is this weekend. So it's a virtual 10K with some cool swag. If you sign up, you can go to our sites for that. Lubeznik Center. So these are, let me preface, these items I'm mentioning are from our 10 fun things to do this weekend article. I've got a couple other ones too, but mainly there. So if you go to any of our websites, type in 10 fun things to do, it will pop up, and you can check out all of these fun things that I'm mentioning here. You can find more info about each of them. Lubeznik has a cool tutorial online about how to make your own flip book, which I thought was super fun. So check that out. And it's actually like, I looked at it. I could probably do it, and I don't draw. I can do computer art, no real art. We've got some awesome stuff. There's some live broadcasts on here. There's an online survival escape room. So I haven't checked this out yet because I haven't. Jennifer Waldo, awesome. Hi from the NWI Masks peeps. Thanks for tuning in. The South Shore CVA provided this cool virtual team building exercise with this virtual escape room. So go check it out. That sounds really, really fun. There's tons of awesome stuff. If you guys are interested in online music like me, there's plenty of those out there too. So there's, ticketsnetwork.com has like a huge live stream. I heard Lollapalooza is launching. Lollapalooza Chicago is launching a whole bunch of cool online concerts and stuff that they're going to be releasing over the next couple weeks. So go do something fun. I just sent my dad this morning links to live concerts that he can watch. So, and he apparently is going to tune into the Five Finger Death Punch concert because my dad's apparently way cooler than me. So there's some super fun stuff. I hope I didn't miss anybody's stuff. If I did, I'm sorry, and I'll try to get you next week. I don't see any, but I could have. Yes, Haley Alexander shouting out Lebesnik for their videos that they're doing and all the cool stuff. Billy Joel. Oh, Courtney said Billy Joel has been posting his older live concerts on Facebook. Yes. Oh my gosh, you just made Chris Mullman so happy. And shout out, she said, shout out to Aftermath for their wine and cidery delivery. You heard it, folks. Delivery. So, thank you guys. Jennifer Waldo says, designing masks for hearing impaired like me, nurses. I love that. I didn't know about that, but that's really amazing. I hadn't thought about it either, but you're right. They go around the ears. Wow. That's mind-blowing too. Well, thank you for that. Thank you guys. If I didn't get all your stuff, there's so much good news. I can't get through it all. I'm trying. But thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for all of your great news. You can share with us your great news. It doesn't have to be today, but you can share your great news with us via GreatNews.Life. So if you email share, S-H-A-R-E, at GreatNews.Life, you can email us your lifelines. So if you can't pop on, but you want to shout someone out, if you just want to tell us something awesome, we're going to try to read those. So you can email us your lifelines. You can tune in every Wednesday here at noon on NWI.Life Facebook page. You can go to our website. So as I mentioned, we've got new, awesome, positive news on NWI.Life, Valpo.Life, Portage.Life, LaPorteCounty.Life. And then you can find us on those Facebook pages as well for each. And then we've got a GreatNews.Life Instagram account. So you can find us all over the place. But I want to hear your good news. I want to hear your shout outs. I want to hear who's making you happy. And that's not COVID-19 based. It's world based. It doesn't have to be just based around the pandemic. It has to do with who's making you happy today and in 3 months from now and in 6 months from now. So tune in every week. Share your great news with us. That's what we're here for. Go like our Facebook pages, follow us on Instagram, and send me your great news. Again, I'm your host, Jenny Craig Brown. Looking forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday here live for Great News Weekly. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sending me your lifelines. Give me more. I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks so much.